Are you aware that 70% of pastors constantly fight depression and burnout for the frustration experienced as a result of ministry workload, discouragement, and pressure? We help leaders grow healthy churches. We are excellent at what we do, and we are fast becoming the best of the very best. MagnaCraft Consulting is set up to help both small and large-sized churches become healthier by using proven diagnostics tools, effective retention strategies. We give the right and appropriate and professional advice. We are the certified church consultants with the Society of Church Consulting in the United States of America. Trust us to help you grow. Don't wait till it's too late. You will be glad you did. Call us now on 0802-324-2258. Email contact@magnacraftconsulting.com or magnacraftconsulting@gmail.com. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram @MagnaCraft Limited. MagnaCraft Consulting, doing church God's way. Hello. Welcome to Monday Morning Matters live broadcast show brought to you by MagnaCraft Consulting Team, anchored by Niyi Dunmade, a certified church consultant with the Society for Church Consulting in the U.S. Here, each Monday of every week, we address important, relevant, and actionable topics of interest that will help you and your church grow healthier. And now, meet your host, Niyi Dunmade.
Welcome, good morning, welcome to Monday Morning Matters. My name is Niyi Dunmade, founder, CEO, MagnaCraft Consulting. My name is Niyi Dunmade. I'm the founder and the CEO of MagnaCraft Consulting. Welcome to the second edition of, in the month of December, Monday Morning Matters. And we have started Ministry Action Plan. What it is, what are the benefits, how do you use it to maximize and deliver what you need to get in the year 2024. I would like to tell you that Monday Morning Matters has been on for over 5 years now, and I wanted to just get into the YouTube channel, get into the Facebook. You're going to see quite a lot of content that's going to help you. Welcome everyone to this Facebook live broadcast, to YouTube channel, to this broadcast. We're going to continue with part 2 of 4 of the benefits of Ministry Action Plan, the benefits of Ministry Action Plan. And so we're going to go deep into what we're so glad you're part of this live broadcast show. Again, I said my name is Niyi Dunmade. I'm the lead consultant, founder, and CEO of MagnaCraft Consulting. Let me tell you a little bit about MagnaCraft Consulting. MagnaCraft Consulting is a church consulting firm that helps local churches to grow healthier through empirical assessment, revitalization, trainings, and strategic blueprints. That's our mission. Our vision is to be the leading church health consultancy that creates actionable, sustainable, adaptable solutions to churches. I'm also a certified church consultant with the Society for Church Consulting in the US. Let me just sort out this light issue. Okay, it was blinking. Okay, so I'm a certified church consultant with the Society for Church Consulting in the US. I'm also your weekly Facebook live broadcast show every Monday, 7 a.m. Nigerian time, West African time, or GMT +1. I'm also known as the Church Health Guide of the 21st century. A big thank you to everyone that has been liking our posts, telling us how timely our content is. Please, thank you, all our social media fans, all our online audience. A big thank you to you. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for reacting to our posts. Thank you for telling us. If there was one, a good friend of mine, a chaplain in the US, he told me, that this is such a timely broadcast for now, probably because the year 2024 is at the corner. And so these things we are sharing is going to help you plan very well. If you want us to come to your church to help you facilitate a ministry action plan for your church, please reach out to us. We can help you. And some churches have subscribed to that. And I think I want to be open to 2 or 3 of churches to be able to get them prepared for 2024. So the topic is the benefits of ministry action plan. Let's do some promo and pay some bills, because we pay some bills here. What we're sharing with you is not free, so let's pay some bills right now. All right, so we're going to talk on the ministry action plan, and then we throughout this month. Dr. Tom Rainer, I mean, I love that man so much. Whatever I am today, I've learned from this great consultant. I mean, he's such an awesome depth of wisdom. And then we had a discussion, and he's willing to do a discount of over 40% for any Nigerian pastor. I mean, you want to be a certified, well-trained, well-equipped. I mean, I've gone through the training. If you go to the training, I can tell you that your church is going to be healthy. Your church is going to grow, and your church is going to get the best out of the things you're going to learn from here. So if you want to become a certified church consultant, reach out to me, because you're going to help your own church. You can use it to create a side gig income for yourself, to also revitalize other churches, and that will be massive, because we need more consultants. We need more church consultants. One of the things I've seen from my survey is that churches are using business consultants, and I can tell you straight up that a church and a business are different. I mean, we should not be using business tools for church or church tools for business. So let's see how we can increase the number of church consultants out there to help more churches become healthy, and more churches to become more accomplished in what they are doing. My book is there on church retention, pathway to growth. Reach out to me, and let's see how we can get a copy to help your church. More of my books are going to come out before the end of the year, and that will be very good for you to be on the standby to understand what is going on with with what we're going to chunk out for the year 2024. So as we step into 2024, it's more crucial than ever for church leaders to strategically navigate the complexity, the uncertainty, the volatility, and the challenges and opportunities of the world today. I mean, you know, the world is filled with uncertainty, it's filled with volatility, it's filled with ambiguity, it's filled with challenges, it's also filled with opportunities. And so we need to be ready as leaders, as church leaders, to strategically navigate these things so that our churches can be relevant to our world and also be relevant to our generation. One of the things I'll say quickly before I dive into what we're going to share today is that God has given your church a vision. God has given your church a mandate. God has given your church certain things to do on earth. You cannot do it within 1 month. You cannot do it within 1 year. You cannot do it within 10 years. But the thing is, in the next 12 months of the year 2024, you can do something. You can do a chunk of what God has told you to do. Okay, I mean, this is a simple, is line upon line, precept upon precept. You can begin to do a chunk of what God wants you to do. So what is a ministry action plan? A ministry action plan is a crucial tool or document. There's a process behind it for churches to seek to organize and execute their vision effectively at a certain time or period. So it's because it provides a structured approach to ministry development and helps align the efforts of your church, your resources, with the overarching goals. You have something you want to achieve. You look at your constraints, you look at your resources, and you begin to ask yourself, how can we combine all these variables to achieve the goal that we have set before us? And so last Monday we started very, very powerfully, and then we talked about making sure that your ministry action plan is in alignment with your vision and your mission and your core values. I mean, it doesn't make sense for you to come out with some goals of ministry action plan and it does not reinforce, is not aligning, and it does not fulfill your vision, mission statement, or your core value as a church. We also said that before you can do a ministry action plan, you must be brutal and honest about the assessment of your current state as a church. I mean, what are the things that you did that brought you to where you are? I mean, both good and bad. And then begin to ask yourself, are we going to continue in these things? What are we going to stop doing? What are we going to continue doing? What are we going to start introducing? What are we going to revamp in the things, in the way we do things? Because as the church is growing, you can't keep doing the things you are doing the same way forever. You have to begin to upgrade. You have to begin to update. You have to begin to improve. And that only comes from proper, brutal assessment and evaluation. Then we also said that after then, begin to set specific goals. Then the last one we said, this was the last one we said for last Monday, set specific goals. It must be smart, specific, measurable, it must be achievable, it must be realistic, it must be time bound, and then also there's another one that I will not say that's hard goals, okay? But then set specific goals. Let it be specific so that January you are sure that this is what you can achieve. February, each and every of the month, you are having something that you are going to achieve in the ministry action plan. The number 4 today, continuation, is resource evaluation. You see, one thing is to have an understanding of the ministry workload 365 days is going to produce. I mean, what you're going to be doing from January to December, you have it. Then you begin to ask yourself, what are the resource allocation? When I mean resources now, not necessarily money, but it has to do with human resources and non-human resources. I mean, assess your volunteers, your staff, your leaders, your financials, your material resources. Assess all these things. Are they available to power the goals that you have set? Are they available for each of the department, fellowship, ministries that are stakeholders to achieve the specific goals that you have set? Okay, determine how you're going to adjust them. During the rainy season of the year, during the dry season of the year, that is in quote, because from January to December, your church should be able to understand when there is rainy season, when there is dry season, in terms of different areas of your church. I mean, like my church now, I know when guests flow into our church in the highest. That is our raining season, and I can tell you that there are some times that guests comes at the lowest, barest minimum, because that's our dry season. And every church needs to understand when that peak is, when that valley is on the graph of how visitors flow into the church. So and then that will also help you to have resource evaluation, and then begin to determine if adjustment or reallocation are needed to support the proposed goal that you have set as a church. Okay, so one of it is, I'll say quickly before I go to the next point, most goals die because you have refused to give it the needed resource to stay alive. Man, I said something that I know, it's so pregnant. If you want a system to die, starve it. Starve it of the people to run that system. If you want a process to die, starve that process from the needed finance that it needs. So if you want the system to run very well, you need, one of the things that you also need is the people who are going to be running these systems must be trained, because what you use in January or the first quarter of 2024 might be different from the human capacity, the capacity development that you need by October in the same year. And so you need to find ways of developing your people in terms of training, capacity development, and things like that. God wants us to be sharp threatening instruments as leaders, workers, staffs of the church, to be able to give maximum impact into the things we are doing. The next one has to be strategy planning. When you do your assessment and evaluation, in-depth assessment and brutal evaluation of the church, you set goals, you're going to do resource evaluation to know how much of resources you have and how much you can allocate. Then you now go into strategic planning. Now you develop a strategy for each of the ministry goal that you have set for yourself, because a goal cannot achieve itself without a strategy, and a strategy cannot achieve itself without an execution plan. And so you need to begin to develop a strategy to achieve each of those goals that you have for your church. Consider how this strategy align also with your overall vision and strategy of your church. Okay, make sure that you are considering the strategy of this, each and every one of those goals. They are also complementing themselves, and they are also in alignment with the overall vision of the church. Overall vision of the church. You know, one of the things, when there's misalignment, things doesn't work out well. Things only work out well when there is harmony, there's alignment of certain strategies and systems and processes in your church. And so strategic planning is so that you have all the data on the table. I mean, data analytics, big data, or capabilities, everything on the table, and you begin to brainstorm. Okay, these are the things we did when we got here. What can we do with where we are right now to get to where we ought to be by December 2024? And then I can tell you, when you begin to brainstorm, you have someone who is able to facilitate out some of these things. You will be shocked that you get some ideas that will be permanent solutions to some of the things that you want to achieve as a church. So brainstorming, sit down. Don't always think of impossibilities. Think of how you can bring to pass possible ideas that can achieve your goals. Think out of the box. Think out of the box. Or there's nothing stopping you from having 7 services. There's nothing stopping you from having Sunday evening services. There's nothing stopping you from having Monday evening services. Think out of the box. Do something you have never done before. You see, if you want to get a result that you have not gotten before, I can tell you, you have to do something you have never done before. Like this year, 2023, I did some things that I've never done before, and I can tell you that I've started getting the results that I've not gotten ever before. And so do something, brainstorm. Even when you someone gives you an idea and it's mind-boggling, that does not mean, you see, when you have something you want to, like, for example, like what those people, Nimrod generation, they wanted to build a tower to heaven. That's a lofty and ambitious goal. But you see, that goal came to pass because there was unity, and they were able to take things one step at a time, one bricks at a time. It's just a matter of time they got to heaven. And God had to, there was communication among all of them. There was unity. They broke down that lofty goal to small bits and pieces, and they were able to achieve. Nothing could stop them. Nothing. And I can tell you, for your church and your senior leadership team, once you are able to set your heart like a flint, you have laser focus on that goal, there is nothing that can stop you. Yes, I said it. There's nothing that can stop you. Like my church in Abuja, they've actually achieved massive things that why? Because people came together. When there is unity, there's a lot of things that you can do together. My body, if all my body is united together, you can see my hands, my brain, my eyes, everything is working together because they are working in harmony, they are working in unity, they are also aligned with one another. Okay, let's take one more today and then we'll wrap it up for the day. Action plan, that's the last one for today. Now, and I think I've entered into it. You are able to have a strategic plan and then begin to flesh out those action plans. You want to build your auditorium. You should start with a design. You should start with quantity, bill of quantities. You should start with some approvals with regulatory bodies. You should start with facility. You break it down to smaller pieces. Break down each strategy into smaller, actionable steps. Get a checklist of all the things you need. If you like my broadcast today, there's a checklist for it. Okay, for me to have a successful broadcast, there's usually a lot of activities I need to do that are broken down into actionable and small steps. The microphone battery is ready, the light is charged, the well positioned, everything. So if you want to achieve something meaningful, you need to break down those meaningful goals into actionable steps, smaller steps to achieve. Okay, and then you begin to assign those smaller steps to responsible people. I mean, four things I learned. So one is responsibility, the other one is accountability, the other one is consult, and the other one is inform. Okay, for all those actions that you have broken down to smaller pieces, you need to find people who will be responsible for them, another person will be accountable for that activity, another person who you're going to consult for that, another person who is going to provide information for that activity. So you assign those things, and there must be a deadline, there must be a milestone for every one of those activities. You see, one of the things I would say why people fail in their goals is that when you break down these goals into smaller actionable activities, some of them are dependent on one another. Some of them, for example, if you want to build a successful roof, you must have done a successful foundation. There's no how you will build a successful roof if you have not done a successful foundation. Okay, so these things are dependent or non-dependent, but you see, you must be able to create out that flow of how those activities are going to unravel, and then you have your deadlines and milestones to ensure that there's progress and achievement. Okay, and both progress and achievement is tracked. I mean, you need to understand that you are building up momentum as you move from January to December. I'm sure you've gotten something already. Let me wrap up for today, and then we'll go 2 more Mondays for the year of 2023, and then we'll go into 2024. 2024 will be bumper to bumper. I've done quite a lot this year, but next year we're going to take it higher and then take it massively. Okay, if you have any church related questions for me, please let us have them. I will be glad to engage with you in any platform that has been strolling on the screen. You have any church related questions for me, inquiries for me, let's have them, and let's see how we can provide for you more than an answer for you. Perhaps you have any question, let's have them. We're going to give you more than an answer, and that will be my passion and my I'm so glad to do that for you. Please, if this video has been helpful to you, do share us to your community. Do share us to your community. Please like our Facebook page, follow us on Twitter, follow us on Instagram. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Turn on the notification bell so that when we upload, when we come live next year, we're going to come out strong on the social media. Please turn on the notification bell so that you will be notified. I mean, last Monday I didn't do a lot of sharing. I'm sure some people missed out from last Monday because I didn't do a lot of broadcasts because of tight schedule. So please make sure you subscribe so that you can be able to get some information to your mobile phone. So please, this video has been helpful to you. Please share us to your community, and then share us to your pastor. I would love to hear from you. You've learned from me. Let also learn from you. Please, I want to hear from you. Please let us chat on the chat section, and let's see how I can learn from you. So drop me a comment in the comment section, and let's see what happens from there. Okay, we also do consultation, we do revitalization, we do training, we do strategy planning. Reach out to us. Let's see how we can help your church with excellent church consulting for health, vitality, and result. Our numbers on the screen: 08023242258. Make sure you put +234 as a Nigerian code to get me directly, and that will be very nice for us to help your church become better and healthier. Thank you for your attention. May God bless you, each and every one of you, this week, till I come your way next week with part 3 or 4 of Ministry Action Plan, what it is and what are the benefits. I say bye-bye. I love you, and God bless you. Thank you so much.